The Prince of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, is said to have a net worth over just $2 billion. Yes, we know adding just with $2 billion of anything doesn't even feel right to say. He and his wives and kids live in a stunning palace in Doha, Qatar. The Qatari king has established himself as a deserving leader for the people, despite having to deal with a few bumps along the road. But when you compare him with some other rich people around the world, you'll soon find that despite all that cash, he really is the underdog in the world of billionaires. When you've got people like the Indian industrialist Mukesh Ambani with his $91 billion, and the CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, with his $160 billion, a mere $2 billion almost seems like chump change. Don't let his comparatively lower wealth fool you, though. Qatar has frequently been ranked as one of the richest nations in the world. The nation has one of the highest GDP per capita in the world because of its substantial oil reserves and extensive production. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani's net worth must have been significantly impacted by the natural gas businesses as the head of state of the most oil-rich nation in the world. The Emir of Qatar is a multi-billionaire who leads an opulent life. Well, you can't own this much money and not have some seriously expensive properties and real estate around the world. We can't call someone royalty unless they live in a palace, can we? In Qatar, Sheikh Tamim resides in a huge palace. He also owns a massive mansion in Oman. He reportedly paid 100 million euros for his mansion Billionaire Yars through a real estate company run by Abdul Hadi Mana Al-Hajri, a Qatari business partner. But that's just the start of it. The billionaire owns numerous properties in Qatar and other nations in addition to company stakes. He is the owner of the Billionaire Yars property in Istanbul, Turkey, which Sheikh Tamim is said to have paid 112.9 million for. The Abdul Hadi Mana Al-Hazri Real Estate Corporation, a businessman from Qatar, oversaw the project. On behalf of the Qatari king, the business also sold a property in Florida, USA for $49.9 million. The Thani family also seems to own quite a lot of buildings, including the New York Empire State Building and London's Shard skyscraper, as well as the Olympic Village, Harrods, and other buildings. He also owns a sizable property in London on Cornwall Terrace and Regent Park, which he paid $150 million for in 2014. In fact, the prince is described as a committed real estate investor and is often eyeing the next big property to make his own. He has a particular interest in English real estate and is famous for making world-famous British landmarks his own. When you've got the cash, the world is, or in this case, Britain is your oyster, we suppose. Other significant investments were made in funds holding Turkish and Moroccan real estate, one of which held an upscale, recently constructed apartment building with a view of the Bosphorus Strait in Istanbul, Turkey's commercial hub. Residential properties made up most of the investment real estate in the United States and Turkey, whereas huge, centrally situated commercial buildings, including shopping malls, predominated in Malaysia, Morocco, and Panama. The Emir of Qatar is also said to have made an investment of $210 million in multiple Solomartel funds, with real estate in the United States, India, Morocco, Malaysia, Panama, and Turkey. For those who may not be aware, Solomartel is the largest online real estate-focused investment fund. Although we don't really blame you for not knowing, the most real estate many of us have is the houses we've designed in Minecraft. At least sentimental value can always trump hundreds of millions of dollars in cash, right? Yeah, we didn't think so. If money isn't a limitation, you can also be the king of the sea. Emir proved this by buying the 404-foot-long yacht Al Lusail, which has 28 rooms for the crew and 18 cabins for guests. Its estimated value of $500 million is astounding for a yacht. Why would you need 28 rooms and 18 cabins for a yacht? Oh, that's a fantastic question, the answer to which is, why wouldn't you? Again, when you've got as much money as Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani does, it's always a question of why not, and not why. So we've covered the prince's many properties, and then delved into the seas to catch a glimpse of his yachts. Now, let's head up into the sky with his private jets. Members of the royal family have got to have their own private jets. With them needing to fly from one place to another, can you expect them to sit and wait in line for tickets like the rest of us? Of course not. The royal family of Qatar possesses many private aircraft, including 4 Boeing 747s and numerous Airbus A320 and A340 aircraft. The Qatari Emiri flight runs the aircraft. Talk about caring for carbon emissions. These aren't your run-of-the-mill aircrafts either. They're fully fledged Boeing 747 BBJs. And let's just say they are massive in size. Not only do they have enough room to conduct entire meetings, but they can even be used to unwind on the road after a hard day of, well, flying around in your house-sized jet. The Emir is somewhat of an adrenaline junkie, just in case all the spending we discussed earlier in this video wasn't an indication. To fulfill this need for a rush, he owns all kinds of luxurious cars one can only imagine having. From the comfort of a Rolls-Royce to the speedy Lamborghinis, he has got it all. Who says money can't buy happiness? The prince also has holdings in British Airways, Barclays Bank, and Volkswagen, bringing their total net worth to $335 billion US. As we know, Arabs are quite generous when it comes to gifts and charity, and so is the Emir of Qatar. He is said to have donated more than $50 million in 2020 to wipe out debts during the month of Ramadan. This helped in canceling the debts of thousands of citizens in the country. Many were quick to call it a gesture of goodwill on social media. The Emir is also known to share gifts with neighboring countries. According to Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the Emir of Qatar has gifted Turkey a jet worth about $500 million. When the Boeing 747-8i went on sale last month, the Drive website referred to it as the largest and most expensive private jet in the world. The King of Qatar has established and invested in numerous businesses in his kingdom, like many other Arab royals. In 2005, he established Oryx Qatar Sports Ventures. Along with several other investments, the shareholder company owns Paris Saint-Germain FC, one of the top teams in French football. Sheikh Tamim must have made a sizable profit from the company, even though the funds raised are utilized to boost the sports and entertainment industries in Qatar. After he became the Emir of Qatar, his lifestyle became even more eccentric than before. He is a big sports guy, so he started a campaign after his successful foreign policies to invite the Football World Cup to his homeland, Qatar, which is to be done this year. That's a wrap for this video. Which part about the luxurious lifestyle of the Emir of Qatar shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.